Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. It's press coverage now from these DBs. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
First and 10 now for the offense. And now the handoff.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's an out route. The catch made. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. They're going to run it. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Back to pass. It's Allen. Catch made on the out route. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
Nittany Lions looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's that defense shifting again. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. So long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started in the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they start the drive with an end-around play. Great cut there.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. He's running out of time here. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, they give up a huge pass play, and they come back with a sack on the very next play. This defense was hoping to stop the bleeding, and they do so with that sack.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Florida.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And there's the point after. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Here's the second down play. Looking downfield, it's Allen. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense. And this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. Trying to find room, it's Singleton. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Offense retakes the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense has to respect this quarterback and how he can get out in the open. Sometimes he will run, but the offensive coordinator does a nice job with the defense focused on the quarterback. You go with a jet sweep, you get your speedster out on the edge, and the defense doesn't know if the quarterback has it or if he hands it off to the jet sweep. That's a big gain for the offense.
Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Gators. It was a foot race, and he won it. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Extra point splits the uprights. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. So the drive starts with pretty decent field position. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. We'll try to run it with the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? It's a turnover.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Toss play to the outside. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Retakes the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? Pitches to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring them down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking for a deep completion. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? The 30. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Anytime you see a defense sit back and cover 2, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Oh, here comes the reverse. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They'll run it here. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kickoff is fielded inside the 20. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
He'll toss it to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness there in getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds... This guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Now it's second down here. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Eller. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. And they're trying to punch it in here. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. The second quarter is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Past the 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20.
The 2-point recess is no good. That keeps the score. Florida 24, Penn State 24.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Gators offense retakes the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had us settled for 3 last time. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. We got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Grab down the middle. It's Hawkins. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Gators.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second? Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a quick grab. Touchdown, Florida. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Bringing it out, it's Evans. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage.
Penn State offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1. 1 1.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back to throw. It's Aller. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it for a big gain. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it deep to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Florida offense is back out on the field now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the Gators will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Here comes a handoff. They got him down out near the 40.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. Oh, a reverse. Breaking free at midfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out, so now you're way behind on the sticks.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. The Gators will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it go quickly. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. Quick throw to his receiver. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offense coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Try to catch the defense with the draw.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Aller. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that's an incompletion. That'll bring up 4th down, and makes you wonder if the offensive coordinator is reevaluating. Maybe a run there might have been the safer call.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the 2nd half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Nittany Lions are on the move here. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's another touchdown. A dream performance from this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they're struggling.
And now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Dropping back, it's Aller. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the return an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Hawkins. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. To throw, it's Lagway. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. It's a takeaway and a touchdown, and this game is suddenly tied. What a moment in this championship game.
Yeah, just a sensational play by this defense right here. Their fingerprints are all over that, and you can see it. They weren't content with just getting a stop or getting a turnover. They wanted to score, and they did.
Extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Gators offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, to come out throwing. And he lofts it deep over the middle. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Gators. And they go in front here in the 2nd half. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. Is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And it's complete downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. After that huge play, this offense is now in scoring position. They moved into the red zone quickly.
Boy, Chris, you wonder what the next play will be for this offensive coordinator. Anytime you hit a big play like that, you get into the red zone, there's a tendency to want to go after the jugular, use that momentum to your advantage. Let's see what they call right here.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 45, Penn State 38.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Using his legs, it's Allen. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down and goal. He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Look at this, an end around to start the drive. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. To throw, it's Lagway. Bringing pressure. Receiver makes the catch, makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Now they'll run a draw play. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The receiver's got it on the jet sweep. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Dropping back. It's Lagway. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but you're so far behind the chains, but you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
State offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He'll pitch it. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the fourth quarter. The Nittany Lions will send their punt team onto the field. And they'll kick it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. So here we go. One last chance to win it in regulation and avoid the risk of overtime. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. But this one is broken up, ball's incomplete.
Well, at this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
Well, this quarterback quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Ball sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the... here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So a crucial third down play. Try a field goal from here would be 53 yards. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. And the Nittany Lions begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So now on comes the field goal unit. So here we go. In the final seconds, one swing of the leg for the win. He made it. It's a field goal to win a national championship. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one.